ये जो इंडिया है ना, यहां एक बड़ी पॉपुलर लाइन है, ए तू जानता नहीं मैं कौन हूं। जी हां, लेट्स talk about privilege. Privilege which gave an ex-IAS officer's wife and now suspended BJP leader from Jharkhand, Seema Patra, the right to allegedly torture her Adivasi house help Sunita for years, keeping her locked up, allegedly beating her with rods, breaking her teeth, reducing her to a mental and physical wreck.
वही मारी मैडम, सीमा पत्रा।
अब जानते हैं गरम तवा चला तुम्हारी।
Seema Patra denies the allegations, but we must ask, does privilege give one human being the right to abuse another in this manner? Look at how privilege gave Varun Nath, a Gurgaon businessman, the right to repeatedly slap and abuse a security guard named Ashok Kumar and a lift operator after being stuck inside an elevator for a few minutes. As this viral CCTV video shows, as soon as he got out of the lift, he started hitting the very men who had helped him. And here's privilege again. A Noida-based lawyer, Bhavya Rai, abusing and manhandling a security guard, Karan Chaudhary, because he was late in opening the society gate for her car. The ugly incident was filmed by another security guard.
3 साल का पुराना केस है और तू बोलेगा, ये बोलेगा मेरे को। मैम आपको हमने बोल रहा है इसको बहुत चुप है, आओ चुप है।
Rewind a few years just to understand कि ये कोई नई बात नहीं है. To 2017, celebrity singing talent show host Aditya Narayan in a display of privilege at Raipur airport, taking on Indigo Airlines staff.
देखो भाई, कभी ना कभी तो पहुंचूंगा ना मैं वहां, फिर देख लेंगे। तेरी चड्डी नहीं उतारी ना मैंने तो मेरा नाम आदित्य नारायण है।
पैटर्न क्लियर है. नेता के रिश्तेदार तो प्रिविलेज, बिजनेसमैन तो प्रिविलेज, सीनियर सरकारी अफसर तो प्रिविलेज, सेलिब्रिटी तो प्रिविलेज, और जब प्रिविलेज होती है तो कभी हाथ या कभी जुबान चल ही जाती है. एंड ऑन द रिसीविंग एंड आर डोमेस्टिक हेल्प्स, सिक्योरिटी गार्ड्स, सोसाइटी के इलेक्ट्रिशियन, प्लम्बर्स, रेस्टोरेंट में वेटर्स, होटल स्टाफ, डिलीवरी एग्जीक्यूटिव्स, कैब ड्राइवर्स, ऑफिस पियून्स, द लिस्ट इज लॉन्ग. But if we slightly broaden the idea and look around, we can see how many more forms of abuse and discrimination in India are linked to privilege. Most recently, this man, Shah Rukh Hussain, burnt a 16-year-old girl to death in Ranchi. He had been stalking her for over a year. Many stalking cases have ended in tragedy, making news headlines relentlessly. A stark, ugly example of male privilege. Men assuming it's their privilege to stalk, harass, assault women into accepting their advances, even assuming the right to kill them if they refuse. Then take a look at this statistic from the latest National Crime Records Bureau or NCRB data. 32% of the crimes against women in 2021, over 1 lakh cases, were cases of cruelty by husband. Another example of male privilege. Husbands assuming the right to abuse their wives, and 1 lakh is just the number of reported cases. We know domestic violence is far, far more common. Then take a look at this recent screenshot. A customer telling a food delivery service in Hyderabad that they don't want a Muslim delivery person. Or this, BJP's Godra MLA justifying the release of those who gang raped Bilkis Bano because they were Sanskari Brahmins. Or this, an alleged Hindu Rashtra Constitution released by a group of radical Hindutva sadhus, which had no voting rights for Muslims and Christians as the key highlight of their constitution. To me, these are all unfortunate, glaring examples of majoritarian privilege. They don't represent what most Hindus believe. They don't subscribe to a secular India. But for these few, their privilege as Hindus lies in treating India's Muslims as second-class citizens. But when we talk about privilege in India, the oldest, most deeply entrenched abuse of privilege is caste privilege. The latest NCRB data shows that UP, Rajasthan, MP, Bihar, in the heart of India, were the top 4 states for crimes against scheduled castes, registering almost 35,000 cases in 2021. UP at number 1 saw 36 crimes against scheduled castes every day. And here are recent examples. A 14-year-old Dalit boy beaten to death by upper caste men in Varanasi, UP for stealing mangoes and rice. An 18-year-old Dalit youth killed in Rani Mau village near Lucknow by a bomb planted under his bed, allegedly by 3 men of the Thakur upper caste as retaliation in a property dispute. In Jalore, Rajasthan, a 9-year-old boy, Dalit boy, beaten to death by his own teacher for drinking water from a pot supposedly not meant for him. In MP's Khandwa district, a 15-year-old Dalit girl was thrashed just for walking past a temple. In Satna, MP, freshly elected Dalits to a village panchayat were thrashed and abused by an upper caste man. And there are thousands of such examples. Abuse, beatings, sexual assault, gang rape, murder of underprivileged men and women, all carried out with no remorse thanks to deeply ingrained caste privilege. Surely it's time for atrocities in the name of privilege to end. But who's gonna take the lead? India's netas? Ye jo India hai na, here our netas are the biggest beneficiaries of privilege, be it dynasty-run parties or parties controlled by leaders who rule unchallenged for years. When privilege trumps merit in politics itself, it's not likely that this ugly P word will disappear anytime soon.